All right, it's like 5:30 in the morning and I'm ready for Spiel pretty much. Just about to leave and catch my train. Bags are all packed, both bags that I need. So yeah, ready to go and on my way. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and this is my recap of Spiel 2023 in Essen. I had a really good time, but it all had to start with my travels to Essen, which was quite long. It took me about 5 to 6 hours, but then again, some of you have had it much further than that, so I think that is still okay. A little spoiler, the way back would be much worse. But apart from that, I do like trainers, so everything was pretty good actually. And a few hours later, I arrived at the hotel, ready to go to the fair. All right, I just arrived in the hotel in Essen here. Now I'm just gonna get everything ready. My backpack, I already packed it, like in case I had to go to the fair immediately. So I look pretty destroyed, and that's how I also feel. I've been now, I think it took me like almost 7 hours. 6-7 hours. So now gonna get like roughly ready, and then I'm gonna head over to the fair. And the view from my hotel room is pretty nice. So I mean, I'm not gonna see a whole lot of that because I'm gonna be at the fair like pretty much every day, all day, but still nice to have. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, I just ironed a fresh shirt, put on my stickers, and now I'm pretty much like ready to go. My backpack is, can I get it in frame? There, down there. So yeah, ready to go to Spiel for the first day. It's Wednesday today, so I don't think that's gonna be too much, right? I mean, there are many like content creators and press and everything. I don't know how much they can be, but let's just see. I'm excited because that's actually the first time I'm at the fair on Wednesday, on press day. So let's see how that is. And that's how it was. On press day, there really isn't a lot going on. Well, yes, there's a lot going on, but you really won't be able to like look at any games or buy anything or whatever like within the first few hours because everything is still being set up, as you can see here. And that was surprising to me. I really thought that I would be able to maybe wait 1 or 2 hours, but then be able actually to use the press day as a regular fair day, just with less people. But that was not correct. So I used the time just to get a lay of the land, to talk to a few people, to meet the first few people. And I think that wasn't too bad actually. But eventually, like most things were set up, like towards the evening, towards closing time, when I also had my first meetings. And that was when I was able to take a look at a few games, get a few games, talk to a few publishers. And before I knew it, the first day was already over. All right, I'm back from Spiel, back in the hotel room after the first day, and wow, I'm totally done. I'm exhausted. Really, I'm completely destroyed. But let me tell you a few things about the day, how it was, how I just experienced it, right? Because I think that's kind of interesting. So, I always have to look like where the camera is. Oh, it's over there. So, yeah, that's kind of new for me to actually look into the camera on the cell phone. So the day was kind of strange. First of all, on press day, the publishers and designers, they just build up their booth. The booths are not even like built up. So like the first few hours, I was able to talk to a few people, but you couldn't really get any games or do any demos or whatever, right? That was kind of strange. I expected just more. That they like prepared that in advance. So like the first few hours were pretty uneventful. But later on it was pretty cool. I will show you a few things in just a moment when I when I'm trying to get up again. At the moment I'm just lying here. That's totally fine. So well, unfortunately, the audio of my video here got corrupted somehow. I don't know what happened there with the microphone, which is kind of a shame. But in essence, what I was saying here while still trying to recover from the day is I was meeting an influencer on the fair who I know from Instagram. And while we were talking, 2 people came by and then like pointed at my lanyard and my sticker and said we know your videos, but they were like like 2 meters away, so they were like directly like in front of me, and I was a little bit overwhelmed because I was like in the middle of a conversation. I did not expect anyone to like actually recognize me, especially on press day. So I greeted them, but I didn't say like a whole lot because I just didn't know what to do, right? So if you two actually are watching this, and I hope it didn't come across as unfriendly or anything like that, right? I really didn't want to like come across like in a negative way, but yeah, I was just kind of a little bit overwhelmed. You know, I haven't had my channel for too long, and I just guess I just have to get used to a few things, right? So yeah, I hope you don't take it like personally or in a wrong way. And that's when I also decided to finally get up from the bed and show you what I got the first day. I mean, you've seen enough of my face anyway, right? So let me just show you a few things that I got today. You know what? Let me put all of that on the bed or something like that, and then I can show it to you like a little bit better. So here we go. This might come across pretty like a lot, but seriously, like I got most of the games I wanted to get today. So tomorrow there will be maybe another 3, 4, maybe 5 games, and that's it. So I got like most of the things I wanted to get. So I got Cascadia Landmarks, of course, as a huge Cascadia fan. I got the new expansion because I had to, of course, right? So definitely looking forward to trying that out. I could have gotten it in German before the fair, but I have the other game, like the main game, base game in English as well, and I don't want to mix languages, right? That's why I got that. Then I also got Fit to Print. That is something that I did not back on Kickstarter back then, because I thought like, yeah, I love the theme, I love the art style. I also really like the gameplay, like what was known until then, like at that point. And but I still didn't back it because I wasn't 100% sure. But you keep telling me, like a lot of you keep telling me to try this out, especially the solo mode. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna now get it. So that's why I got that. And not only that, I also got like the Kickstarter promo that you could get with that. So that is pretty cool. Then at Devier, I got Savanaki Forest that you can play solo. Maybe there will be solo mode at some point, but there's like a drafting and tile laying game for 2 to 4 players. It looks so adorable. This is something that, well, I will unbox all of that on my channel, and we will take a close look at that as well. This looks adorable and looks like something right up my alley. So that's pretty cool as well. Then I got the White Castle. This is like the successor of the Red Cathedral. I haven't played the Red Cathedral yet, to be honest. I will at some point, but this looks so good. It really isn't that expensive for everything that's in there, and like the components look amazing. I just looked at that today at the fair. I got the people to explain to me how it works, and it looks amazing. Really looking forward to that. And like the solo mode is it's like a dedicated solo mode. And also there's like a small promo I got with that. Like a mini promo. So that is pretty cool. Then I got After Us. Yep, and that is where my audio is corrupted again. I don't know what's been happening to my mobile microphone. I will have to check that out. But let me just say a few things here about for the pictures you see here. So I got After Us. A game I played on Board Game Arena, and this is a really interesting deck builder where you have like these little boxes that you need to fill, so to speak, and then you can use those resources. A really cool game. Looking forward to that, especially for the solo mode. And here you see the promo I got for Essen. It doesn't have any gameplay changes, but you see like all these games at the bottom, like a really cool player board, also in my colors, so that is really cool. So yeah, really looking forward to playing that, especially the solo mode, to be honest, because I don't know that one yet. I also got Planta Nubo. That is one of the games I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted to get it or not, but the theme is really cool. Yeah, I mean, it is by Uwe Rosenberg, Mike, and also Odie. So like 3 renowned designers. So yeah, it's a pretty heavy box. So looking forward to seeing what that entails. There is like some puzzle elements in there, but also like a lot of other stuff. This is, I think, pretty complex. It's probably the most complex game that I actually got at the fair, but I'm definitely looking forward to trying that out because, well, as I said, the theme is very interesting, and also the gameplay. It does have a solo mode with like a dedicated bot. So that is pretty nice as well. And then next up, I got Scoventur. I was at Impatience Games and also Siberian. You know Siberian, this is like the latest part in the Universe series, which I really, really like.
So I finally got that version as well. And also I got Scaventor, which is also by Impatience Games, but this is not by Shadi, who's like doing all the Universe games. This is actually by Morten Monrad Peterson. So it is still a game that can be played solo, but also up to 4 players, and it looks really cool. It's like based on like Danish mythology, so to speak. So something that I'm really looking forward to trying as well. So yeah, you will definitely see that on my channel as well when I play through it. Like the art style is really great by Vincent Dutray, so definitely something that is very exciting. Also, I took Sylvian and Oniron with me from home because Charlie was there, and I wanted him to sign these 2 copies. And let me just show you while I open the box here. He actually did. So you see, I got like the autograph here in the Siberian box. Also Sylvian, that's kind of hard to see here, it's a little bit dark. You can kind of see it now. And also in Onirim here. So that is really cool. Now I got almost all of my Universe games signed. Not all of them, but most of them, which is like really cool, because I'm never going to get rid of the games anyways, right? I'm going to keep them probably forever because I really enjoy the entire series. So it was just great to get like all the autographs in here. So that is really nice. And one of my biggest highlights of the day is keep the heroes out. As soon as I go back with the camera, there we go. I actually met Lewis, a really, really nice guy, and I asked him if he could sign my copy, and he did, and how he did, right? So I gave him the box cover, and he just took it into the left hand, and while standing, he autographed it. And since he's also designing his games visually, you can see that here, that looks just amazing. So really, really happy about that one. That one just looks amazing. I couldn't have wished for like a cooler autograph. So this is really amazing. So all in all, the first day was pretty cool actually. Like I got a lot of cool things. And yeah, after I filmed this video here, I was pretty much going to bed immediately because I was totally exhausted, totally destroyed. And here I'm talking about Urbion that wasn't signed yet.
And here I am again, just with a small thing. Why? Because I forgot something. I forgot this. I got the expansion for Sea Salt and Paper, a game that I really like. If you have seen my best board games video this year, then you know that this made my top 30. It's a really great game, and this is the expansion. I got this as well. I completely forgot to tell you because, well, it's just so small. It kind of was it was hiding in the bag, right? But yeah, that's not it. And I think I'm logging off. See you tomorrow. All right, I'm ready for day 2. I just was down for breakfast, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with like yesterday. I met some cool designers, some really nice people. I got some really cool games. I'm really satisfied with what I got yesterday. Today we'll get a few more. I mainly have meetings today. So like 4 or 5, I think. So that will be really interesting. And then I also might play a prototype with the designers today, because there's like a prototype hall this time in Essen. It's been there every year. I've been told, but it was like not really like noticeable. But this time they really have like a separated area in hall. I'm not quite sure. 6, I think, something like that. So I might just roam around there and look at prototypes, because, you know, I like the small and obscure games. I like prototyping and all that stuff. So that's going to be really exciting. And so, yeah, I'm on my way now. Just getting ready, and then let's see what awaits me. Oh, and something else I got to tell you. It's kind of embarrassing, but I forgot to tell you yesterday. I'm actually wearing different pants today. Just like some, just standard gray ones. These are fine. These are like my replacement pants, right? Because, well, the pants that I wore yesterday, actually the zipper somehow broke, I think, because it keeps like opening. And that must have happened at the fair as well, because I just realized it on my way back to the hotel. That is really embarrassing, but, well, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? I don't know. That was, well, things happen, so whatever.
Well, the second day was really the main day then, right? Where I like got to demo a few games, where I got to play games, meet designers, meet publishers. Like I have had like more meetings. So I met Raina from Pandasaurus Games. I met the main designer from Godot Games, for example, and many more people. Also, I met a few people from Instagram. I met a few designers of games that I had covered on my channel already. So I met Kamis, the designer of Tiny Mini Golf. I met Igor, the designer of Handy Brawl, and many more. That was really cool. Also, I got most of the games that I wanted to get. There were a few games that I did not get. But I think that's not too bad because, I mean, to be honest, most of the games you can order anyway after Spiel, right? One thing that was really bad is how crowded it suddenly was. Of course, that was the first day where like everybody could go to the fair, not just the press, so to speak, but it was really, really full. They rearranged the halls this year, and I don't think it was for the better. But then I just had to take breaks off and on to hydrate and relax a little bit because it was very, very exhausting, to be honest, especially when you're like carrying around games all the time. So yeah. One of my highlights that day was playing Anthropo 10, that is the current title of the game, with the designers, and that was really interesting. This was in the prototype section, which I talked about before, and this game has a lot of potential. I really had a lot of fun playing this. It is like a hybrid of area control and engine building and multi-use cards, and there's a lot of stuff here. It is definitely a more complex game. It really takes a while until like you can wrap your head around it and you understand it, but then the flow is not too bad. So I'm interested to see where this goes in the future, and I hope I will be able to cover it on my channel sometime. Also, that Ticket to Ride train just that just drove through the fair, that was pretty hilarious as well. And then I ended the day with a press event at Lucky Duck Games. I got invited there, which was really cool, and there we just celebrate the release of 2 of their games. One of them I actually played, and I will talk about that a little bit later as well in this video, as well as in my unboxing. So yeah, it was a pretty cool day actually.
So yeah, it's the end of day 2. I'm totally exhausted. I don't even know why I show my face when I'm that exhausted and look like that. But as you can see here, I got my 2-3 bags down here for Spiel today. So what I will do, I will just unpack these bags now, and then I'll show you which games I got. Also maybe say a few things about like my highlights today, and then I think that should be almost a wrap. I will go to the fair tomorrow one more time, just for a signature and maybe a game, but that's it. But then I think I can wrap everything up. So yeah, let me get out the games. All right, so here are all the games that I got today. Get ready for some awesomeness. Seriously, there's some really awesome stuff here. I will, just kind of roughly quickly go through it because I'm really tired. So, but I think that should be fine. First of all, I finally met Chris of Unfringed Games, and he gave me a production copy of Zuli, because you might know I still have that prototype, which I reviewed back then when my channel was still very small, like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, something like that, 1.5, 2 years ago at least. And yeah, it was great to meet him. There's something else I will show you in a minute. And he gave me finally the production copy of Zuli. So now I finally have that with the solo mode and everything. So yes, I will also play the solo mode quite soon. And also I got the unicorn promo, which is amazing. This is like an instant win if you like can pair it with other animals in the enclosure. So that's pretty cool. And also, speaking of Chris, we actually not just talked a little bit, but we also played his new game. That's the game that is in development at the moment. I can't show you more than this. This is all I can show you. I cannot show you the contents yet because, I just can't at the moment. But this is a flip and write coming out next year. It's planned, and honestly, to give you a little sneak peek, I really enjoyed what I played here. So I'm really looking forward to the finished product. And he gave me like one of the first envelopes, I think even the first one, so I can test it myself. So really cool. Especially I'm looking forward to the solo mode, because this has a dedicated solo mode with like objectives and stuff. So that will be really cool. Then, okay, let's start with probably the lightest thing I've bought. That's Beaver Creek. I just had to get it because it's a really small box, and beavers are amazing animals. I love beavers. So here, it's like a dexterity game where you have like these planks and also beavers, and you actually work cooperatively. You're trying to like put all the planks on this thing here. You roll like how you have to put them and where the beavers have to be and stuff. And yes, this also has a solo mode with specific objectives. So I will actually, I might even play this on the channel. So I will just have to find a camera setting for that. Next up, that was just very spontaneous. I recently got Roll Camera, the English version, and I really enjoyed it so far. Only my patrons know that actually, because I released a behind the scenes video where I talk about it briefly and show off like how it looks like and stuff. And yeah, they had the Beaver movie expansion, which adds a lot to the game. So I thought, you know what, if they're there, I'm gonna get it. Then I got Light in the Dark. That is part of this Pest world. There's like this game called Pest, and there's like a solo dungeon crawl game. That is all I know. It usually is like $20. It was only 10 at the fair. Sounds pretty interesting for $10. Definitely something that I got for the channel mostly. Then next up is probably one of my biggest surprises, Twinkle. This is like by a really small publishing house, V Games. They actually did Rubik's Cubes first, but like 2-3 years ago, they started with board games. And I didn't speak to the designer himself, but somebody else working at V Games. He explained the game to me because I walked past this and thought like, oh, this looks really cool. What is this? Polyhedral dice? Some mission cards here and like constellation kind of thing. Yeah, okay, I want to see that. And this game not only has like a really unique mechanism with these dice and everything, but also has a solo mode that has like 40 different missions, which is incredible. This is really cool. And also it's like really easy to get into, easy to play, but still has some cool decisions. I enjoy this from what I've seen, because the V Games representative, the one that I was talking to, like who's like one of the members there, he like explained like the entire game to me, and it sounded really good. Then I got With a Smile and Gun. This is something I have been trying to get for years, but the English version is almost impossible to get here. I was even in contact with the publisher, and like shipping costs were just way, way, way too high for any of us. But it now got localized, which is really cool. They only had like 150 of these, right? So I got that. And yeah, this is mainly like for the channel. I got this mainly for the channel. It's a 2-player game that you can also play solo, and yeah, looking forward to that for sure. Next up is Beacon Patrol. That is something that I did not get at Spiel, but I pre-ordered it and picked it up. A really, really interesting and 1 to 4 player game where you build like this landscape here, this water island landscape out of tiles. I have followed that game and also the designer Torben Rustler for a while on social media, and I've been really wanting to get my hands on this, and now I got it. So this is mainly for the channel too, as a solo game, right? Then I got Night Parade of 100 Yokai by Louis Brew, you know, the designer of Keep the Heroes Out, who signed my copy in such an awesome way. This is a mixture of area control and engine building with like really cool artwork and meeples again. And I also got the big expansion Cursed Throne. There are also like 2 medium and a small expansion, but I did not get those. Next up is the Artemis Odyssey. You know, I love the Artemis project, and this is the second game in the series. I don't know if I also did not get that at Spiel. I actually pre-ordered it and picked it up. I got like the thick version that is like with all the Kickstarter stuff in there, so really looking forward to trying that out. Then another highlight that happened is that I got invited to a Lucky Duck event after the fair. Chris of Paperfort Games, who published Cosmoctopus together with Lucky Duck Games, he made sure that I got invited there, and that was really cool to meet these people. And they had like they were like showcasing 2 games, and one of them was Kyrie the Duel. I played it as well. A really good 2-player game, really good, with just 16 cards, which is amazing, and it has like really amazing components. Wait for the unboxing. This will be really, really cool. Then I got Marvel Remix, which is like, it is Fantasy Realms just with Marvel and a little bit simpler and more streamlined, because Fantasy Realms can get a little bit overwhelming at some point. So that is really cool. I was waiting for the localization because I wanted to have it in German. And also I got the promo card for that. And look at this. This is one of the first games I picked up this morning, like, I don't know, more than 12 hours ago. And look at the card is still in mint condition. So I transported that very safely. Then I got 5 Towers, a very simple game where you build up a tableau of towers. So far so good, but you have to bid on how many cards you can take from the central row, so to speak, how many cards you can actually build, because you need to build all of them then. Pretty interesting mechanism, looking forward to that.
Next up is something really obscure. This is Dizzy Lizzy. There was like this Dutch publisher that sold this card game here. He's been working on that for quite a while, and it's just pretty much you're just trying to like put like a chameleon in the middle that has either like different colors or the same, or different patterns or the same pattern. Very, very simple, but I thought like such a small box, €5. Come on. That's really, that's nothing. And if I can support such small developers, that's what I really like doing. So, yeah, I definitely got one. And then I was about to go, and then I thought, like, you know what? I'm going to get a second one for our godchild, because you can also just use that to like learn how to combine colors, like put the same color and same pattern there. Thought like, you know what, for $5 I'm gonna get that for her as well. And the developer actually, the designer actually liked what I said there, like with the godchild and everything. So what he did is there's like a poster you can get for that, and he gave that to me for free, like with these animals here and stuff. So I can give that to her as well. She's going to be very, very thrilled, I think. All right, and then let's leave that for the end. Then I got Ready, Set, Bet. This was published by AG, but I was waiting for the German version by Strohmann Games, because this is a party game, 2 players to 9 players. There is a little bit of text there, so I wanted to have that in German because that's a party game, and I don't want English to stand in the way. So really looking forward to that. That is one of my highest hopes here for great games. Moving towards the end, then I got Nautilus Island. That is something that I talked about when I talked about my most anticipated games, because that is just very, very simple. It wasn't too expensive, so I just got it as well, because you have like this game board and these columns, and you put your explorer like into one of 2 free columns, and you just draft a card, and then you put cards in your tableau to like have a like set collection mechanism. But there are like a few like hindrances, like a few obstacles on the way, and a few things you have to like kind of like play around. So very, very simple game, really easy rules, but still a little strategic, a little tactical. So looking forward to trying out that one. And then, almost last but not least, I got Pitch Fleet. This is something that Chris, the designer of Zuli, gave to me, because he got this at a German publishing house, like in on the fair, because he got like 2 or 3 games he purchased, and that's why he got this for free. And it's like really obscure, because it's still like it's not all in English, and some things don't seem to be translated or translated differently. But this is like a dexterity game, and he asked me if I wanted to have it, and I thought like, because he said he's never going to play it, and I thought like, I don't know. But then I saw 1 player. Okay, sure, it has a solo mode. You know what? I'll take it, and I'll play it at least once and see what it's about. I don't know. And I told him, you know what? If I don't like the game, then we are going to meet up next year in Essen. I'm going to take this game from home and give it back to you. All right. And then last but not least, Igor Zuber, who made Handy Brawl. You might know the game, an in-hand card game that I often take with me. I actually reviewed the prototype, like the print and play version, or played it on my channel at least. And he made this, I think, for his own wedding, if I'm not mistaken. For some wedding, I think for his own wedding, he made this like really cute 2-player game. And from what I've seen so far, this looks really cute, and he gave that to me. This will be published, I think, next year. And yeah, I might do something with that on the channel, because this looks really, really cute. Yeah, and that was pretty much everything I got. Good morning. It's a new day. It's now day 3, but also the day that I leave for home again. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just show you how I packed everything. Here you can see that it took me quite a while yesterday night, but I packed like here are like my games, mostly in these 2 bags. I need to be a little bit careful, because I padded like most of it in here with stuff, but here, for example, like these corners are not quite protected, so I need to be really careful. I hope that the games are not damaged. And I also got another bag of games right there. Here I just have like my stuff that used to be like in these bags. So I packed everything really efficiently. Still, it's a lot. I need like 5 to 6 hours home, several train rides, so it will be very, very difficult actually to get all of that home. I will be even more exhausted tonight, but when I have everything home, then I'm happy, and then I can also film an unboxing for you. Either tonight even, let's see if I can still do it. If not, then tomorrow morning. I plan to
release the unboxing probably on Tuesday. I'm not sure yet, because when this video goes live that you're watching right now, it should be Sunday according to my plan. So in 2 days you will see the grand unboxing, and there's a lot of cool stuff to unpack. I'm now going to the fair again, so I'm gonna check out of the hotel. I'm gonna leave all of that down there with them. I just need to tell them to not stack these bags because of the games. And then I will go to the fair one more time again, because you remember I got this Goventor here, and the designer is actually signing copies starting at 10:30, so I will be there. Also, I want to go a little bit early to maybe get my copy of Forest Shuffle, because they didn't have Forest Shuffle. I mean, they did, but when they did, it was just too crowded, and then it was sold out. But I hope that I can get a copy today. Yeah, these two things I will do. Then I will return to the hotel, get my bags, and then I will go home, and that will be really, really exhausting. Well, I will see you on the other side.
The ride to the fair on the last day was really, really bad, because I had to wait for a long time because there were like 4 or 5 trains that were all too full to actually board them. So in the end, I just sat here and played Galdo's Grub for a while until I could actually take the next train, which I couldn't. So instead, I had to take a bus, but that worked then, which is pretty good. And then back at the fair, one thing that I forgot to show you is that I also took a look at Biome, a game that will be coming out next year. And it was really interesting to see that little project. So you will hear more about that. And then I took my games Goventor, just like I planned, to the signing session with the designer. Because, well, if I'm still there, I still have time, the designer is there, I would definitely get that autograph, right? So, but you see that everything was really, really full again, but at the end, I did get my autograph. What I didn't get is Forest Shuffle, which is pretty bad, so that is really a shame. So, well, I didn't get Forest Shuffle, but then I got Wingspan, the fan art pack. I mean, why not, right? And that one I will also unbox quite soon and show that to you, because that is pretty cool. So yeah, that was my little vlog for Essen Spiel 2023. I met a lot of interesting people. I took a look at a lot of good games, and I also played a few games. And of course, I also got a lot to take home. And there will be an unboxing quite soon on my channel, most likely on Tuesday. And I hope you will enjoy that. Well, thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I thank you all for your support, especially my patrons who are very generous by supporting me on Patreon. The biggest thanks go out to Thecos, who is the most generous supporter at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. As usual, I'm happy for any kind of support, including likes, comments, Patreon support, and subscriptions. But you can also join my Discord server in case you would like to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.